Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Nick Stahl. You may know him from Terminator, Disturbing Behavior, and Sin City. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, doing great. Okay, so let's get into it. What is your favorite role you've ever done? You've been a part of awesome movies. What is your favorite role? Even TV shows related, because I know you're in Carnival.
Yeah, maybe probably that one, I would say, because it was the only series I've ever done, and I discovered, you know, doing a series, like you get to stay with one character for a really long period of time. So it was always like exciting every week to see like what happened with the character and what was going to go on, relationships to other characters and stuff. So I would say Carnival. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so when you got hired for Terminator 3, what was that like? Because I know you play a different John Connor, one that's kind of given up on his fate and realized that he's no longer supposed to be this hero. So how did you go about getting into that character from knowing he was a badass to having to play a different version of him?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I just sort of had to throw out, Terminator 2 and stuff, which I was a huge fan of as a kid, but sort of kind of disregard it as much as I could and sort of make it my own, I guess. The character, it made a lot of sense to me given the mythology, the storyline, that, he was in that position now, and it was all logical, didn't, and then actually getting the role, I would say was like probably the most exhaustive process I've ever been in as far as auditioning and things like that. It was 5 or 6 like kind of rigorous auditions, and so I had to really fight for it, it's probably the most, when I got it, it was probably the most rewarding, like, yes I've ever gotten, you know what I mean? So anyway.
And what's great is you captured that, like how John Connor's always had this like bad boy, misunderstood, kind of skirting the lines between good and bad character. Like you captured that, but you captured that in the sense that he was still that, but more misplaced, like not knowing what to do. And you captured that so well. Like you still had a cool factor despite the fact that he was like kind of all over the rails. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is awesome.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So what was your time looking like on Sin City? Because you were covered in yellow, right?
Yeah, prosthetics and.
Was it green screen?
It was, yeah. It was, the whole thing was filmed in like a big green, like kind of warehouse, airport hangar, like converted to a studio. So unusual, I'd never done green screen work before. So you just sort of have to picture what a thing's going to look like, because you don't see it until it's finished, basically. Shot very quickly for that reason as well. They can shoot much faster than if there's a bunch of sets and set pieces and stuff. It slows things down, I discovered, so my whole thing filmed in about a week, my whole part, and so yeah. And
even your voice was different. So how'd you go about finding a voice? Do you talk differently? You had like a really distinctive voice to that.
I don't know. I just looked at him and sort of pictured like what would this creature sound like,
Right on.
And they seemed to like it. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Nick Stahl. I appreciate your time.
For sure.
You're incredible. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.